Hello everyone, this is Shruti Patil, working as Assistant Professor in Department of IT, MLR Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. So today in this session, we are going to see about what is software development life cycle. So before going to that, so first in an overview part, we are going to check about what is the definition of SDLC. Okay, then SDLC stages, what is the SDLC include of, and what are the different stages we are going to see in the SDLC, and what is the importance of SDLC. So we will start one by one. So first, what is SDLC? We know that software development life cycle is a process used by the software industry to design, develop and test the high quality of the software. So what is SDLC? SDLC is like SDLC is like software development life cycle. We know that. So what is software? Software is an application which will be developed by our industry. So industries, either it may be a big scale industry or small scale industry, they need to develop any of the application. Means then what we have to do, they have to follow one organized steps. So that steps will be followed, and those steps we are going to call it as software development life cycle. And why they are using means to design, to develop and to test the high quality of the software. Now here the point comes, the quality of the software. How can we identify this is a good quality of the software? Means whatever the software we are developing, that should have a robustness of its functionality, and we call it as security. If any of the software having the good functionalities and well working functionalities, then that one we calling it as what? A good software. Along with that, we need to have a good security to that particular software. That's the reason almost all the industries are having, either you take it as a big industries or small scale industries, those all industries need to follow some steps to develop an software that is of what? Good quality of the software. To produce or to give the good quality of the software, we need to follow some steps, that too in organized manner. So those steps only we call it combiningly SDLC. S stands for software development life cycle. So again we calling it as software development process. So process means that is what? From starting to the ending, how we are developing our software. That can be called as one process. So following one process only, we are going to get the good application or good quality of the software. So this is about the definition of software development life cycle. So next, stages. So what are the stages? As we see in the picture, we are having 6 stages here. So first stage of the SDLC will be planning. So what is planning? Planning means, suppose if any of the customer wants to develop an application which is a good quality or high quality of the software application he want to develop. So what he will do? Customer will go to the company, software industry you can take, but that company will be depend on the customer whether he want to go for a big scale application or the what you call small scale of the application. For example, we have lot of like Vijeta we have, and so many DMarts we have, lot of real time example are there. Those can be a small application we can develop for them. As for example, take billing application that we have. So that kind of application, or compared to the Amazon and all, it depends on the customer. So whenever customer need to develop any of the application, he has to develop to the any of the software industry. So that time what will happen? First, what is the work of company to develop any of the application is, first they have to go for the planning. So what is planning? Collecting the requirement from the customer is called as planning, or you can say gathering the requirement from the customer is called as planning stage. In planning stage, company will include different type of expert. For example, you take it as a marketing people or developers, stakeholders. These all people will be involved in the planning process. All those people gather the requirement from the customer and they will plan it. What they will plan? Whatever the requirement they got it from the customer, or whether that will be suitable for the organization to develop the particular application as the customer demands. So whatever the customer demanding, that application, first thing, is it a good application? Good in the manner what? For example, some of the application is a small kind of application, small scale industry using application, but the requirement which is not necessary for that application, that can also be checked, and overall planning will be done in the planning stage. So here what we have to think about planning is, in an industry, different kind of expertise, internal expertise or external expertise, like a marketing people I said, and developer I said, and even stakeholders will be there, including the customer, because planning is a phase where we are going to communicate with the customer face to face. Okay, you call it as formally or informally. It based on the application or it based on the company or the customer wish. So planning means gathering the requirement from the customer, whether in that also the demands of the customer will be suitable for the particular application what he want company to be developed, that we are going to check, and expertise will plan that things. Planning means what? Resources planning, human resource planning, and system requirement, and suitable environment will be there or not, that all things will be done in the planning stage. Next comes, after planning, next we are having defining. What is defining? Whatever the process we done it in the planning, that we are going to define it in a proper manner. You call it as a legal documentation. So legal documentation means customer has given requirement to the company. Okay, that can be all be listed in one document. That document we call it as what? SRS document. S stands for System Requirement Specification. S is system, R is requirement, and specification. Whatever the system requirement are there, whatever the application we are developing, that requirement we are going to specify it in document manner. You can ask why we are going to define it in a SRS kind of document, because SRS is a systematic approach where whatever the things, the planning stage, the customer has given the requirement, that can be documented here, because this document will be helpful for two things. One is the customer demanded requirements and not demanded requirements, means which is useful for the application, that can also be documented. And another thing is, this document only is helpful for the designing phase also. Why? Means orally or formally, informally, the customer has told requirement to the company, that should be documented in a proper manner, which we can say it as understandable manner. So that is called as SRS document. After defining stage, next comes is designing. So once the documentation done, based on this document only we are going to do it for the designing. So what is designing? We call it as a system architecture. System architecture also we call it as a designing, or you can call it as a blueprint of an architecture or blueprint of an system. We call it as a designing. Designing also we can have for some of the application high level designing, and some will be low level designing. High level designing and low level designing both will be done based on the SRS document only. Okay, so once the designing or blueprint of an architecture has been done, then the next step we will going for the building, or we can also call it as a coding. So coding may also begin when the designing step has been done. So designing step, how we are completing? Based on the what you call definition. So designing, what we are doing for proper SRS document we are taking based on the designing has been done, or blueprint. Blueprint means what? Architecture, how the system should looks like, because orally taking the requirement is different, keeping it in a proper format and following that, based on that we are designing. Okay, one more point about the designing is, for example, if you want to take a real-time example, we are having database, correct? So database we are having. In database, how we are designing the tables means ER diagrams we are using. Same kind of thing for defining to designing phase, by following the SRS document, we are developing a blueprint of a system. So So blueprint of a system means how the front end page should be looks like, how the background should be, okay, how the look and feel of the application should be. That we are doing. Either we are using it a use cases, okay, or even we can using it as sequence diagrams. It based on the requirement of an application, okay. So once the designing done, next we discussed about coding. Building or coding, a person present here is the developer or developing leader. So what is their work? Based on the design, they are going to code it. So what they are going to code? First thing in building, we need to focus on what is the requirement from the customer side, which will be done in planning and defining. For example, customer side means what? Customer has told that I want Python language only, or I want Java only, I want this operating system only, 7 or 11 or 12, this operating system only we want. The coding has been done. Either they are using the customer requirement. If sometime customer requirement is not fulfilled for developing of the software, then they can do a slight changes by informing to the customer. So once the coding step has been done, next we are going for the testing. So this is the, you can say it, very important part in a SDLC stages. So testing means what? Whatever the application a customer giving to the company to develop, when it comes to the testing phase, here is a very important stage. We can say that the high quality of the software we are going to get. When we are going to get the high quality of the software, when the testing has been done properly, okay, when the testing has been done properly without keeping any of the bugs, okay, bugs, or you can call it as what? Error in a software. I am not saying that every software or every application which we are developing that is 100% bug free. No, one or another bugs will be there, but the company side, what they will do, every bug whatever they can see in a external and internal bugs, they will try to solve it. How they will try to solve? By testing. So testing means what? Identifying the errors, okay, and solving the bugs and giving the good quality of the product. Testing means there are two types of testings will become. Those are white box testing, black box testing. Again in black box testing, we are having functional testing, okay, unit testing, integration testing, application testing. That will be the another topic. But testing means by each and every step we have different kind of testing. By using that testing, we are going to identify the bugs, we solve the error and give that quality of good quality of the product to the customer. That giving or that delivering, we call it as next step as deployment or implementation. Deployment means what? Here we are giving this to the production. So production means what? We are delivering it to the customer. What is the work of the customer here? The company is telling, for example, I can say if you have developed any of the application, for example, take any of the marts, some selling marts will be there. You have taken that mart application, billing application. Once it is tested, then what you are going to do? You are going to give that to the customer and you will tell them use it for some 1 or 2 months, 1 or 2 or 3 months you can use it. Once you get any of the feedback, the company won't say like if you get the bug, they will ask them for if you get any of the feedback, let us know, okay, because if whichever the testing stage we are doing here, if any one of the small mistake we forgot to test that, if that is unable to identify by the testing team, that will be identified when the deployment has been done and the customer identified that they are going to consider it as a feedback, okay. So once they got the feedback from the customer side, again what they will do, company, they'll start from the planning, defining, designing, building and testing. Some people what they will do, if that is a minor bug, then what they will do, they will try to solve it by again testing. They will take it as a feedback. Suppose new requirement customer giving, we have given 1 to 3 months to him. In that 3 months, he didn't find any of the bugs, but customer want to add a extra feature, or you can call it as he is giving feedback like, okay, in such a way, if it is an application like some login page, instead of the username and password should come at the left, they can want it in the middle. So this is a slight change for him, but we need to check with all these different stages, because that we considering it as another module, because any of the changes that may impact on remaining pages which is included in that application. So we have to take it as another module. If it is a slight change, they can directly start from designing, building, testing, and again they are going to deploy it. Okay, these are the some stages we are going to use it in the SDLC model. So next we are going to see about why is the SDLC important. So as we know that project planning, estimating and scheduling. So any of the application of any industry, small scale industry or any big industry, they want to develop any of the application, then what they have to do, simply they cannot take the requirement from the customer, they are directly not start for the coding. They have to, what they have to do, they have to sit first, they have to plan. Why they have to plan? Because each one having different expertise. Coding expertise will be different, marketing expertise will be different. So each different expertise having different thought about that project. So and main important thing in every project is the estimation. This is comes under planning stage only, estimation. And next important is scheduling. What the customer will do, customer will demand for one year or 2 years or 1 month or 2 months for the developing of the application. So that scheduling time has to be decided with all the expertise. Next come project tracking and control, control easier. So project tracking and controlling is easier, because once the step has been started from planning to the deployment, customer is not allowed to give any of the requirement in middle of the SDLC stages. For example, we started from planning to the deployment. In middle, customers are not allowed. In any of the emergency cases, they can discuss with the requirement adding or removing. But as a proper thing, as a rules, from planning to deployment, customer are not allowed to give any of the requirement. So that's the reason project tracking and controlling is easier. Next comes the speed and the development. If requirement are not allowed in middle, the requirement are freezed, then only first model developing will be easier, because we are following each and every step one by one. Next comes the improves the client relation. Whenever we are talking with the customer in the planning stage. So everything we need to ask him from the scratch to the end, because whatever the customer satisfaction is there, until and unless we get the customer's product satisfaction, till that time we cannot start developing the project, because the customer satisfaction is very important in the SDLC model. Next comes decrease project risk. Project risk will be decreased. Why? Because requirement only we are not allowing. Suppose think that module 1 is under the development and customer came and giving module 2 requirement, then what will happen? Time span will also increase. If we are integrating with M1 and M2, module 1 and module 2, error will be more. So then the risk will be increased and time period increase, scheduling increase, estimation will also increase. So these are the reasons why the SDLC is very important. So as we know that today we have discussed about SDLC. So whenever any of the industry want to develop an application, either it is a small scale industry or a big industry, to develop application we have to maintain it, to replace it and alter or enhance the software. We need to follow the SDLC methodology. Main thing why we need to define what is this life cycle defined methodology for improving the quality of the software. Again I am repeating, quality of the software means what? When the robustness of the functionality, whatever the software having the functionality, those are robust and security is good for the software, then we can say it automatically. Once that application has been developed by following the SDLC model, then that will be the very high quality of the software.